Hey there, Vito from Jersey here. How you doing? Told you I'd make another video. Well, last time I said, I keep telling you, I'm gonna tell you why they call me Crazy Vito in town here, which is, I didn't even know. Now, my father-in-law, he lived in Florida. God rest his soul. He passed away November of last year. Okay? Let me turn on the light in here. Stupid thing fell. Fangula. Here we go. Isn't that better? Now I look handsome as hell. And bald. Let me put a hat on so I don't look as bald as I do. Let me see. There you go. What do you think? Nah. I'm bald, I'm bald. What are you going to do about it? That's why I shave my head. I don't want to see the shit through it, you know? You're going to start losing your hair. You got to buzz your head. It kills me when these guys, they come in and they got 3 hairs parted over here. Dude, shave your head. Honestly. If you're going bald, shave your head. There's another story I got about the head shaving. I got so many friggin' stories. Anyway, let me get down to this because I'm going to pass this one up. So anyway, my father-in-law, God rest his soul, he lived in Florida, right? So he tells my daughter that he was at a restaurant down there, and they heard his accent, you know, and the waitress said, are you from New York or New Jersey? He said, yeah, I'm from Jersey. So she said, oh, so am I. And, you know, he said, he said, what part? He said, well, she said, I'm from Karlstad. He said, oh, my son-in-law's got a barbershop in Karlstad. She says, I got to know him. Who? He said, Vito's. She said, oh, Crazy Vito? So he goes, yeah, I don't know. So she says, oh, yeah, that's what they call him, Crazy Vito. So my father-in-law tells my wife, you know, I saw this girl, and she said, Crazy Vito. So my wife tells me. I said, get the hell out of here. I said, nobody calls me Crazy Vito. Fuck out of here. Crazy Vito my ass. Nobody calls me that. I never heard it. So anyway, now at the time, I had the shop in Hoboken. So when I reopened here, see, I had been in Karlstad for like 15 years, a barbershop. Then I had an opportunity to open up in Hoboken, which was more money. I opened up in Hoboken. And then anyway, when that shop closed, I came back here to the exact same spot in Karlstad that I had prior. So anyway, there's this guy, he drives the garbage trucks, Dominic Bracco, and I saw him. I said, Dominic, I go, I'm reopening the barbershop. So he goes, Crazy Vito's back. I went, whoa. Who calls me Crazy Vito? He goes, everybody. I said, why? He said, because of the, you know, the swords, the knives, the karate, you know. So like, you know, around here in North Jersey, when you say somebody's crazy, it's almost like a compliment. I remember that gangster. I don't know if you guys out in the Midwest and stuff would have heard of him, but he was from Little Italy, Crazy Joey Gallo. But that was almost like a compliment when they said you're crazy. In other words, you're tough. You're a tough guy. You're crazy. You don't mess with them. So like when I was in the military, there was this big redneck guy, David Mackey. I understand he passed away now, God rest his soul, but he was a pain in my ass anyway. Big, stupid redneck from Alabama. And, but he was a big boy. He was a big guy. He used to pick up a German beer barrel full of, I don't know if it was full of beer, but one of those wooden German beer barrels, at the time I could pick it up and get it up to about my knees. He used to pick it up over his head and do like military presses with him. He was a big boy. He would have taken me and threw me out the window. Anyway, we're driving in a deuce and a half, the truck, and I go to him, well, you're crazy. He was saying he was going to do something to somebody. I go, well, you're crazy. Now, to me, I was only like 18 years old at the time. To me, that was a compliment, because if you told somebody around here, you're crazy, it would mean like I said before, it meant like, you know, you don't fuck with them. He's crazy. He's somebody you don't fuck with. So I said, well, you're crazy. And he looks at me and he goes, you better be joking, boy. What do you mean I'm crazy? No, he was getting pissed because I said he was crazy. He took it a different way. And I realized that certain colloquialisms that, you know, people say in one area are taken totally different in another, you know. So anyway, that's the story of Crazy Vito. I never knew they called me that, but I hope it's a compliment, not an insult. Well, who gives a shit anyway? And so the last time I'm showing you my book, the last video I was showing you my book. This is the newest one. I told you. Rise and Fall of the Sewer King. A crime drama depicting the activities of a crime syndicate in northern New Jersey. Ciro Briganti, a young man brought up in the sewers of Palermo, Sicily, becomes king of the street urchins who live underground in the sewers of Palermo. Coming to America, he joins an Italian criminal gang in northern New Jersey, a mafia stronghold in the United States. Ciro rises to dominance as a capo. His rise and fall depicts the tragedy of a life of crime. All right? It's a good story. It really is. Now, I got this idea for this book, The Rise and Fall of the Sewer King. When I was in Sicily, I was with my cousin. And we were walking in, around Palermo. And it was early in the morning. We went to get coffee, And out of the sewers, these kids are coming out of the sewers. Teenagers, filthy, dirty kids. They're coming out of the sewer. I said to my cousin, "Ma chi è chi sta qua? What the hell is this shit? What is this? U pichota indugesa in the sewers over there?" So he says, no, chi stanno shkunietsu. These are the shkuniets. They call them shkuniets, like sewer rats. But what does that mean? And he said that these are orphans, and they live in a sewer. And there's a gang of them. And they got this one kid that he was Urea de Shkunietsu, the king of the sewer rats. So I actually went down in the sewer a little bit to see, but it was like, these sewers in Sicily under Palermo, go for miles and miles and miles. And they're big. They're not like these little things you got to crawl under. I mean, it's like the sewers in Paris. I've never been in there, but I saw, there's stories about it and stuff. But these were big. I went down there and I kind of got like, you can get lost in there. So I came up. So over the years, I'm thinking, I always thought about this. These kids live in a freaking sewer. And then they had a gang that come out and steal. And so I developed a story in my head about it, and I wrote it in a book. And it's a really good story. So you should buy the book. It's Rise and Fall of the Sewer King. And it's at Lulu Publishing. Type in Rise and Fall of the Sewer King, or you can type in Vito Quattrochi, and all my books will come up. But I would say, if you're going to buy a book right now, you get this one. And if you haven't read this book yet, this was one of my first novels. It's excellent. Sins of the Fathers, The Life and Times of a Mafioso. And this is based on my life, like I said once before. Not exactly, okay? Because the guy the protagonist in here, Tony Messina, does some pretty foul things that I didn't do, okay? So anyhow, that's the story. And, I just said I was going to say another story about something, and I forgot what the hell it was. February 16th, I'm going to be 64 years old. Or 65. What is it? February 16th, 1952, I'm going to be 65. Maron. Minchia. Che vecchiaio. Minchia, che vecchiaio. Iedu means he. Me. Io. Vecchiaia na garogna. Vecchiaia na garogna means old age sucks. They say vecchiaia na garogna, old age sucks. Garogna is like Karen, like dead animals laying, rotting flesh, stinks. Vecchiaia na garogna, ma no arrivato er vergogna. But if you don't get there, it's a shame. It's even worse. So that's what that means. It kind of rhymes. Vecchiaia na garogna, ma no arrivato er vergogna. So anyway, this is Vito from Jersey giving the Italian lesson today. And what else? I was going to tell something else. I forgot what it was. I'm going to have to rewind this and see. If you guys remember, just remember. I think I'm getting, God forbid, don't get Alzheimer's. I'm starting to forget every fucking thing now. One more, a bedspread. I was trying to think of the bedspread the other day. I'm going, what is it to put on the bed? The thing you put on the bed. I'm telling my wife is an Italian woman. Clean freak. Clean freak. OCD. Clean freak. All Italian women are like that. My mother was like that. My aunts are like that. And the bedspread. The sacred bedspread. What is it with the bedspread for these Italian women? Once they make the bed, you can't look at the bed. Don't look at the bed! You want to lay down, you want to take a nap. You can't take a nap on the bed. It's my bed. I paid for it. I paid for the bed. Everything in this house is mine. I can't lay on a bed. So anyway, my dog, I got a little dog, a little puppy. He's not a puppy. He's 8 years old now, but he's a little Maltese. He was on the bed. And he didn't vomit, but he got a little on the bed. A little drop of vomit on the bedspread. She ripped off all the bedspreads, all the sheets, the pillowcases, everything comes off and goes in a wash. Sweetie, just take off the bedspread. Wash the bedspread. What do you got to make a big mouilline? Huh? You know, gabadost. Anyway, Vito from Jersey, you tell me what you think. Ciao.